It's bourbonblog.com live. We're here with Master Distiller Steve Nally of Bardstown Bourbon Company, and he is joining us from his vintage room there at the distillery. How's it going, Steve?
Hey, it's going good, Tom. How are you doing this evening?
I'm doing great. It's amazing to see you. I know it's been a little while since we've seen each other, and always a pleasure to chat with you and have a good whiskey with you. We were just talking before we got live here on camera. What am I looking at behind you? What's the atmosphere you're in there?
This is our collection. This is the Kentucky Owl chess set collection. And they're actually all full decanters. We are one of, I think there's maybe 3 or 4 complete sets that are full in existence. We have the complete set. We also have the chess board that goes along with it. And we have actually about 400 plus bottles of antique spirits in this room here. And they date back to early 1900s all the way up to, I think one of the youngest bottles are about 30 years old in this collection. So we have quite the set in here.
That is quite an impressive set. How old are those behind you?
They somewhere in the early 60s. I think that's when they put out that set. But yeah, that's very, very rare to have the complete set of the chess set.
And they're all full. What's the oldest bottle in that collection of yours there, behind you or in front of you in the whole room?
1905, I think, is the earliest bottle.
That is the earliest
in the set. Yeah, we have some early Pappy bottles in here. Some almost anything you can think of. There's some early Maker sets, some early Heaven Hill sets. I could go on for quite a while, you know, with different bottles, different sets. Some that are non-existent anymore. It's just quite extensive. Like I said, there's over 400 bottles in here.
Incredible place there at Bardstown Bourbon Company in Bardstown, Kentucky, and you all have you've just marked a special celebration of many of your barrels are turning 4 years old. You were telling me.
We just celebrated the 27th of this month. We just celebrated the 4-year anniversary. So we now have product that was made here at Bardstown Bourbon of ours that is 4 years old. So we're getting very excited. You know, we're anticipating maybe a couple more years we will have product that we can release on its own. We've got 3 major recipes that are probably going to be our origin. We've got of course a 20% wheat that, you know, is kind of my godson that, you know, is going to be one of them. We've got a 36% rye that we're really excited about. And then we've got a 100% or 95% rye that is coming forth. That's going to be a great product too. So it's not hardly as old as the other 2, but those 3 are going to be 3 of our main flagship products.
Those will be the 3 flagship products, and you're thinking those might be 6 years or so when you release those, or?
Yeah, I think, you know, they're 4 years now, and I'm thinking when they get 6 years old, they're probably going to be getting pretty close to being a product that we can release and really feel good about.
But already the very unique approach that you and Bardstown Bourbon Company have taken, Steve, has really been something very special in the bourbon world. I have in front of me the Fusion Series number 3, which has some of your 3-year-old. And for those of you that are fans of Steve and of Bardstown Bourbon Company, please ask questions down below. Like this video, share it. It's a very special opportunity for us to be chatting with Steve. I like how these are on the side. It actually shows, you know, your own 3-year-old product and the actual match bill. And then this particular one is 2 different 3-year-olds of yours, and then it is blended with a 13-year-old from Kentucky. What inspired this approach and this way, the way that you guys have done it?
Well, we wanted to be transparent. You know, we built the distillery here, a lot of glass in it. You know, anybody that's been down here can see that we have a lot of glass here, and everything we do, we're trying to be transparent about it. Thus the recipes on the side of the bottle. You know, if you buy our product and you think, what's in this bottle? Well, look at the side label and you can see exactly what's in it. The only thing we cannot share with you is the Kentucky product that we purchased. well, we have to sign a non-disclosure agreement because some people still don't want to know where their product is or where it came from. But we still can publish the recipe on it, and if you do a little digging, you can kind of cipher out where it maybe come from. But transparency, that's one thing that we're firm believers in. We want everybody to know exactly what's in it, and any product we put out, we're going to publish exactly what's in it as far as we can go. So to introduce our product on the market, we're going to go through a process here at the distillery. We part of the distilling team, part of the culinary team, part of the beverage team, even some of the marketing team. We all get together and mix blends, make blends up. Then we go through a strict formula or a process that we select the very best blend out of that formulation, and then that's the one that's put in the bottle. So once we came up with the Fusion, then we followed that same process through to Fusion 2, Fusion 3, and to get that very best product that we can come up with.
And what you're hoping to do partly with the Fusion is obviously you want to have a really interesting product. You're wanting to give people really an idea of what your all's product tastes like with the right blend of older whiskey in them. What's that like balancing as far as, what are you looking for as far as how the younger whiskey speaks with the older whiskey? Talk about that process of how you go about it.
Well, as you said, we're wanting to introduce our product on the market as we can, but yourself, you cannot put a 3.5-year-old product on the market that's gonna, leave a good taste in anybody's palate. So we did that blend with the older product, and we think we came out with a very good product, and we've got good reviews on it. So we started out with that, and as it gets older, then we're graduating or we're going to what is going to be our origin product or our fly alone product. So, we develop that product. As it gets older, there'll be Fusion 4 come out, probably Fusion 5 come out, until we get a product that 20% wheat that's in Fusion 1, 2, and 3 now. That's going to be a product that one day will stand on its own. The 36% rye product that's in there, it's going to be a product that can stand on its own. So as you said, we're giving our customers a taste of what's coming when they can stand on their own, when they're fully matured, when they're a good product that can stand on their own.
Yes, and I think that you've done such a great job. Again, the first one that I'm tackling here is the Fusion series, and I'm just going to give this another nose here, Steve, and a taste. And really, this is just such a I love the complexity of this. This is everywhere from, well, I guess we do the math here, 42% plus 18, so 60% of this is 3-year-old. The rest of yours, 2 different mash bills. The rest of it is a 13-year-old, and the way that the youth comes against, it blends well with the 13-year-old. It's really interesting, the flavors that jump out. What do you taste on this one yourself?
Well, you get that on the very front of the palate. You're getting that youthfulness. You're getting that young product. You get the sweetness of the wheat. You get the spiciness of the rye. And you get that, on the front of the taste buds. But then you get that aged product. You get that richness, the caramels, vanillas. You get all that aged product that really comes through towards the back of the palate. So you get a well balanced flavor of all of it together, and that's what we were shooting for when we made that blend together. To get to really bring forth our young product in a good way without overpowering the product, so that it was a negative experience. And hopefully that's what we achieved.
Yes, it is. It is remarkable. The caramels on there, some nice nuttiness. It really is well balanced. It has a lot of different arcs, and I'm really a big fan of this one. Again, this is the Fusion 3. The first couple. What did those look like? Walk us through. Those were was it like 2-year-old of your product and some older whiskey, or what did those look like?
On the Fusion 3, we actually got to a 3-year-old product.
3-year-old.
And you're starting to get some of that richness. Our product is starting to really come forward and really kind of mellow out, really starting to get some of the good flavor notes along with the older product. And the product in Fusion 3 is a little bit younger. It's not a 14-year-old that we added to it. I think it's an 11-year-old. So, we lowered the age on that one a little bit because our product was starting to bring on some characteristics of its own. So we're getting some of that tobacco, leathery, notes in that, some of the cherry notes. And, I've even started having people, get some orange peel, some different notes in that our product is starting to bring forth. So, we're starting to really round the whole profile out with all of it. So our product is starting to take over some of the duties that the older product was having to carry forth in Fusion 1 and 2.
Right. Absolutely. And we'll talk about the Discovery series in a moment, but I know you all also just recently launched released a few of the collaborative series. You've done those with a variety of other companies over the years, the Prisoner Wine Company, Copper and Kings. Tell us, the most recent one was with Copper and Kings as well, right?
Yeah, the most recent was Copper and Kings Orange Curacao.
Orange Curacao, yes.
That was a very limited release, and it sold out almost immediately. And it was a very, very good product. When we first put that in there, I was a little disappointed in it because the orange characteristic really stood out. It was almost like a candy flavor. And the first few months, I thought, oh, this might be a disaster. But then the longer it stayed in the barrel, the candy sweetness really kind of dissipated, disappeared, and then the bourbon flavor started to come through, and it really started to take on a character that was really great flavor profile. And by the time we pulled it out of the barrel, it was around the 18-month time frame, and it just had a flavor profile that was something that wasn't compared to some other orange finishes that I've seen on the market. It just didn't compare to any of them. It was just such a great product. And I actually took a bottle home to my wife, and she said, "Can you get any more of it?" So this is the best product I've ever tasted. So, it's really good. And, we found out through finishing from about the second finish we did that leaving it in the barrel a longer period of time really makes a difference in finishing a product.
So again, that one was 18 months in the barrel?
Yeah.
In the finishing barrel. And was that the first time you had ever finished a bourbon or a whiskey in Orange Curacao used barrel?
Yeah, that was the first one in the Orange Curacao barrel. So I'm sure we'll do another one in there. And we've worked several finishes with Copper and King. So
yes,
they've been a very good partner to work with. So
they are wonderful.
I'm sure we'll do some more finishes with them.
It is an incredible Orange Curacao they have there in their Distiller product line. I know you all had was it a sherry cask as well with Copper and Kings?
We did. We had a sherry cask, and that was an excellent finish also. So, the more we work with them, we find out some very good combinations. And really, we haven't had a bad finish with them at all. All of them have been very, very good finishes. And, Joe was the first one we partnered with to do any finishing, and we've learned a lot from him. And, he's been a great partner to work with.
When you're doing the finishings, yeah, Joe is amazing there too. When you're doing these finishings, I know you've done a lot with whiskey in your lifetime. You probably have learned such a great deal, even there at Bardstown Bourbon Company, doing the collaboration series with finishes. What's one of your? Do you have a favorite finish that you've ever done? Whether it's at your current operation, or what's your favorite thing to finish in? What do you like playing with finishes most?
I don't know. The more finishes I do, I think I find a new favorite about every time I do it.
Right.
One of the earlier ones probably was Pfeiffer Pavitt finish that I did with Suzanne Pfeiffer Pavitt. But since then we've done others. That the sherry's been a very good one. Orange Curacao is getting up there. It's probably up there with one of the favorites. So the more I do, it's just every time you do one, you think, well, this might be the favorite out of them. So.
Yeah,
I think we learn a little bit. Some of them require a little bit less, but I think out of all of them, we found that a longer finish. Most people finish 6 or 8 months in a barrel, and we finish longer. I think it has time to really marry together the flavors and to really draw more out of the barrel and to really kind of acclimate and really get the flavors laid down and really get where they need to be, rather than this flavor really stand out more than that flavor. I think they just all kind of join together and really lay down and get to be really good.
Absolutely, and they're also delicious. And so you really are looking for, when it comes to finishes, longer than most people typically would. You want a more intense, bolder flavor on these finishes.
Right. And, not maybe for the wine to stand out more, or the orange curacao to stand out more. I want the bourbon to come back in there and to join together and to really enhance each other, rather than one stand out more than the other one.
Absolutely. And you have, how many different finishes are you experimenting with right now?
I think we have 4 in process right now. That will be coming out fairly soon. We have another Pfeiffer Pavitt that will be coming out after the first of the year. There's 3 or 4 more that are in process right now.
And that one again is which one that you have that's going to be coming out? The
Pfeiffer Pavitt will be coming out sometime right after the first of the year.
Excellent. So there's some more that you guys are very excited about, and that's so exciting. From what I hear from distillers, if you leave it in a little too long, difference too less. I mean, it really is a science. You have to be checking on these fairly often, don't you?
Yeah, you have to check on them pretty often. I mean, there's a few things we do that I'm not sure everybody else does either. I mean, like the wine finishes. When we have barrels shipped from California, we ask the winemaker to leave a little bit of juice in the barrel, and we ask them to gas them with argon gas to evacuate the oxygen out. We ask them to put them on a refrigerated truck to preserve the wine that's in there. That's a few steps that I don't think everybody else does. So
Right.
Things like that, just that extra measure that you do, really makes a difference in the finished product.
Yes, you guys are doing such a great job. Your products are incredible. The fusion, I'm really enjoying this. I think it is, it's as we all know, bourbons, no matter how they're blended, are usually at different ages. This is such an interesting contrast that works so perfectly together. These 3-year-old bourbons with this 13-year-old. I love the balance on this. When you play with these different mixtures, how many versions do you do before you get the blend that makes you happy, Steve?
Well, the very first one we did, we had 52 different blends that we started with. So it took a few days. We didn't try them all the very same day.
Right.
But, we went through and like I was saying earlier, we used part of the distilling team, part of the culinary team, beverage team, marketing team. Everybody has a different view on what product they want, how they want it to taste. So we get everybody's view and we go through and we rate them on a scale of 1 to 5.
Right.
5 being the very, very best, 1 being, something I wouldn't even consider. So we rate all of them, then we go through and we put all the ratings together, and then we average them out. So, if the beverage team turns in a blend, the distilling team turns in a blend, then whoever wins, that's the blend we use. It doesn't matter if we're distillery or not. In fact, the last blend we had turned in, it came from one of our beverage people. We've had one that came from, actually the very last discovery came from a culinary chef. So, everybody has an input, everybody has a flavor, and, we use them. So everybody works as a team here.
That is incredible. It is such a special place there at Bardstown Bourbon Company. And if you're just joining us, you're watching bourbonblog.com live. Make sure you bookmark that link right there /live, or add us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, wherever you're watching. I'm seeing several people, Steve, that have actually been to your distillery, making great comments. Actually, someone's saying they're going to Bardstown next weekend. So a lot of people are watching in real time, really enjoy what you guys do. It is a really special experience there. I mean, this distillery is like no other distillery around, isn't it?
Well, that's the idea we had going into this. We wanted to develop the idea Peter had was to develop the Napa Valley experience. There's nothing like it around. Not taken away from other distilleries. They were built 150, 200 years ago with no idea that people would ever want to see what's going on inside the walls. Now it's a very hot commodity. People want to know how their product's made. So we built this with that idea. There's been some regulations changed, some laws changed that, now we can have a restaurant here. We can now serve anybody's product here. Anybody that's been here, we've got a full bar here. We have everybody's product here. We have wines here. We have beer here. So, we can have a full-blown bar. We can have a full restaurant. So we can now offer a full experience here at Bardstown Bourbon. And others are coming on board, but it takes a lot of doing for an old distillery to develop this thing.
Absolutely, and this is really a special experience, especially with that kitchen and bar. What's that like for you? I mean, you've been in a variety of distilleries, to be in a distillery that just offers it all in such a modern way. What's that mean to you, Steve?
Well, it makes everything on my end work a lot better. If I have guests come in, I can offer them a full experience here at the distillery. I don't have to take them out someplace for lunch, or I don't have to take them any place to have a drink. We can do it all here. So it makes everything work better on this end also.
Yes, absolutely. It is such a special place. And again, the whiskey, the oldest whiskey has just turned 4 years old. You guys started about 6 years ago making this happen, and you've done so much since then. And I'm seeing a lot of people that have tried a lot of your whiskeys saying they really enjoy the whiskeys. I actually just poured some of the Discovery Series. Yes, that's the one I poured, the Discovery Series. This next one, this is the Discovery Series number 3. Tell us about this one. That's got some really old bourbons in it.
Okay, you notice also on that label, we changed the label. The other 2 Discoveries had a slightly green label, so everybody's wanting to associate that with rye. So we wanted to get away from that idea. We wanted to change the profile of that, so we went to that crimson label. So when we do bring out a rye, we can go back to the green label and not confuse our customers. We went through that. We have to buy all that bourbon that goes in there, so the Discovery will never be the same blend. We're confined to whatever we can purchase on the open market. So we go through when Discovery 3 runs out, we'll look at our inventory and then we'll blend together what we have available here at the distillery to develop Discovery 4. So, every one of those will change. And again, all we're trying to showcase on that is the art of blending. We're not taking, historically blends have kind of been maybe to cover up a bad product or to try to make it better. Well, we're not doing that. We're taking 3 great products or 4 great products in some cases and, making a really good product out of it. So, we're doing the same thing. We're going through several blends and we're coming out with the very best one we put together. And we did that with Discovery 3. We went through, I think it was like 12 or 15 different blends of product that we had available, either different combinations, different proofs, different parts that we went and put together. And then we tasted them, we rated them, and that's what we came up with, was that one.
And this is what you came up with. One Indiana bourbon with a fairly high corn mash bill, 13 years old. The other 2 are Kentucky. One is 13. The other is 10-year-old. This taste, I mean, this is the oldest whiskey in this is 13, but this tastes like it could be over 13 years old. I mean, this is a very fine old bourbon. This is really good.
Yeah, it turned out really great. And like I said, it's got a lot of very, very rich caramel notes. And the other 2, came out at cask strength, and this one did not. We tried it at cask strength and we tried it at 110, and we felt like that proof drank a little bit better than the cask strength did. So that's why we knocked that proof down on Discovery 3 a little bit.
That just knocked the proof down. Other Discovery, we will see some other Discovery Series in the future. You'll have some more that'll be coming out.
You will. As a matter of fact, I think Discovery 3 just sold out. So what we have is on the shelf now. So we've started working on Discovery 4 to get it developed, get it in the bottle, and get it out on the shelf, hopefully before the holidays.
Oh, wonderful. Anything you can tell us about number 4?
Not as of yet, because we're still kind of
still working on it.
We're still working. It's sort of decided, but not totally. But we're trying to get it all finished up and get it ready to go in the bottle.
Getting it all perfected. I can't wait. I know these have all been just phenomenal what you all have released, and I know that it must be a lot of fun to blend these very special bourbons and also be working on your own products at the same time, and these really incredible collaborative series. Just a very special collection of products you guys have. It's some really good stuff, Steve.
That's another very exciting thing that we've got going right now. We're dependent on somebody else to bottle our product. We have a bottling house under construction right now. So next June, we will be able to bottle our own product and bottle product for our customers. So that's another part that at that time we will be able to produce, age, and bottle for ourselves and everybody else.
So at that time, you'll be able to do it all.
Correct. Yeah, we'll be a full service producer for ourselves and for our customers.
And as we were saying before we jump on this live video, during the pandemic, the last 6-7 months, you guys have, what's it been like? You guys have been doing a lot, haven't you?
Well, we kept running, as normal here on the production side. Now, of course, our restaurant, bar, and all that, our visitors experience, and all that shut down. We stopped all that completely. We are now back open. I think it's at 50% on the visitor and tour side and the bar. So, that is back up and running. If anybody's interested in coming down, go online, book your reservations, because most all of them stay sold out. I know the restaurant stays sold out, especially for dinner and on the weekends, about 2 weeks ahead. So go online, check, see, make your reservations, come down and see us. I'd love to see you. I'm here occasionally on the weekends. If somebody comes in special, I'd love to come in and visit with you. But, we're running as much as we can. The distillery never slowed down. We just kept trucking, kept producing for our customers and ourselves. And we started out at about 25,000 barrels a year. We quadrupled in size in the first 2 years. We're now at 120,000 barrels a year. So we're just going gangbusters right on.
You guys have really been growing it. Again, that website down below, bardstownbourbon.com. If you're thinking of heading that way, as Steve said, you may want to get a reservation there for both the tour and if you want to dine. Is it lunch and dinner both you guys are doing?
We have lunch Wednesday through Saturday. We have a brunch on Sunday. And right now we have dinner on Friday and Saturday. We're trying to get, right now staffing is the big problem. We're trying to get enough staff to open up on Thursday and open up to stay open later on Friday, Saturday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
You're doing great work, my friend, in the whiskey world. I've known you at a variety of different distilleries over the years, and it's so great to share a whiskey with you tonight here on Bourbon Blog Live, Steve. I'm so glad it's going well for you guys. It's delicious stuff, and it sounds like we'll be hearing about the new Discovery series and probably even some other collaborative series coming before the end of the year. Is that right?
Oh, that's correct. Like I said, we're completely out of collaborations right now, but we're going to get some more back on the shelf just as soon as possible. We've got some more in the warehouse aging, and we're going to get them back going. They've just sold out really, really fast. We do have one that's going to come out fairly soon. It's going to be shortly lived. It's going to be a master series. We've got a system that's going into place here probably in the next few weeks, maybe next month. We're waiting for TTB approval right now. It's going to be a master series, fill your own bottle. It's a product that we finished in French oak barrels, and it's coming out under my label. So that's coming out fairly soon.
So it's going to be called the Master Series?
Master's Choice Series.
Choice.
And that's going to be only available here at the distillery.
And you'll get to fill your own bottle from barrels that are already there.
Yeah.
Are those are finished in different oaks or
They're finished in French oaks.
French oaks? Wow. So
French oak.
that'll be coming probably before the end of the year too.
Yeah, that'll be coming real soon. And it's there's 1 barrel of 1 finish and 3 barrels. That's all there is of it. So it's very, very limited.
That's amazing. It's fun to see a distillery that does some really all very tasty products and all very interesting different releases. More Fusion series coming, I'm sure, too. You said you are working on those.
Yeah, we're working on Fusion 4, and we're just about to finish up Discovery 4. So I don't think we'll run out of Fusion 4. I think we're okay on it. Discovery 4, hopefully we'll get that out where there'll be a very small, if any, break in it.
Right.
We're trying to get that out. Our salespeople are doing a great job.
Excellent. Someone did ask, and I think that this kind of goes maybe to the Masters series. Michelle Hagan is asking, thanks for watching us on Facebook. Any chance customers can personalize their own blend in the future? Are you going to see any products like that, like single barrels, anything like that?
We do have a single barrel program. It's called an infancy program. It's in the early stages right now, so that's being worked on. I don't know about any blending that we haven't addressed that as far as being done yet, but it's an idea. We can address it.
Right. It's cool that you're doing a single barrel or working on that too. So that the single barrel program's in the infancy stage, you said?
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. And it'll be in the infancy because we really don't have any product that's old enough yet. So, to offer that. So we're starting to address it.
Excellent. Well, Steve, I'm going to try to come see you real soon and have a whiskey with you there at Bardstown and spend some time at your distillery. It means a lot to see you here, and I look forward to seeing you in person. And thank you for walking us through some of these whiskeys. They're very tasty, and I know you have a lot of great stuff already out there and coming.
Yeah, please come down and visit us. Like I said, there's been some changes since you were here last, and you know how to get in touch with me. So just let me know when you're coming, and I'll be glad to host you. Give you a lunch or dinner or whenever you can make it down. Have a drink with you, and we'll make a day of it.
That sounds great, Steve. And definitely, if you are headed to Kentucky, check out Bardstown Bourbon Company. Be looking for all these on the shelves. You guys are across the country, aren't you? Your whiskeys are across the country. So be looking.
Yeah, we're not completely saturated across country. We're in like 7 states right now. We're going into 5 more this year. So in the next 2 years, hopefully we'll be across country.
We'll see you more and more places. If you joined us a little bit late in the broadcast will remain up wherever you're watching it. And then we'll also be putting the audio on our podcast channel. If you're a podcast fan, subscribe to our podcast right there, anchor.fm/bourbon blog. We appreciate our friends from Independent Stave Company for sponsoring this. And Steve, cheers. Great to see you, my friend. Delicious whiskey. Both of these were amazing. They're both just spot on, just delicious. So nicely done.
Hey, thank you. It's been a pleasure. Look forward to seeing you down, and y'all have a good evening.
Thanks, Steve. All right.